Call this meeting of County Commissioners to order. Please rise for the pledge of the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone here today and please ask you to silence your phones. We'll start with approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll move to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. I don't see Brandon here. Looks like we're going to get departments out of the way pretty quick today. Jay, you have anything for us today?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
I don't really have a lot. I just had some stuff to tell you what we're doing, trying to get accomplished. Like I told you, I posted those 3 new jobs just to see who was going to move from one job to the other because they have to be up somewhere so long. And I will probably, with your permission, go to the council at the first meeting in the first of the year and ask for 144s for the 3 line items. So I'll be set in case the guy does work out on that job and move him down.
Okay.
But aside from that, I think everything will stay the same except for one person. And he wanted to move back the truck, so we'll go that route.
All right.
We got the brush cutter back. It's working. It's on. Be ready to go. We was planning on using it yesterday and today, but as you see, we didn't get a chance. I had everybody else out on the road. We got the distributor truck is fixed. It was $9,100 time they got done with it. So all we got to do is go up and pick it back up in Indianapolis. So we'll wait for a nicer day to
was
do that.
when you just had them go through it and
Yeah, we had them go calibrate the pumps and
recalibrate
everything.
it.
They had to replace the main pump that sprayed the tar back there because what the noise was they was hearing. That's why it was so high. They had to go through and replace it.
And then the Durapatchers, once they're put away,
They're put away, yeah.
they'll go up this winter.
They're up at Park right now underneath that old open building up there.
But you're going to take them up to have them go through them?
I'd like to, but I wanted to make sure I had the money to do it before I did it.
Okay. But that was your plan?
Yeah, because they need to be
This winter.
checked out too and cleaned out and all that stuff. And they go to a different place. They go to a different place.
Okay. All right.
And we'll try to get back to some tree trimming, but it's easy. We had to do it with brush cutters. I got some pole saws. I picked up a new pole saw, a commercial grade, battery operated pole saw, and they like it because it reaches twice as far as the one we got. And they can get a lot of the stuff from the ground. They just have to be careful they don't hit themselves, don't drop it on their head when they're doing it. They got to stay far enough away from it. But we're trying to get what we can. That's all we can do.
Anything else for Jay?
No.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Michael, you have anything today?
Just real quick, the recorder just got finished installed for the interview room for the jail. Literally just got finished installed about an hour ago. So everything looks good on it. It looks hopeful that everything will be really good on that. I'm going to install a second hard drive in it tomorrow so that it has an internal backup, and I've got to get a backup set up to where it backs up here to the courthouse too. So to give an off-site backup for it from outside the jail. So, but other than that, I think it looks good. I think Zach said that the recorder they had been using, he thought it was 17 years old. I don't really know the exact age of it, but that's what he thought the old one was. So definitely much better. We have a year of support with that currently, and I think it's like $500 or $700 or so to go another year to extend that support, and that's 24-hour support. So they can obviously call me, but then after that we can call the 800 number, and then they can remote into the machine or help us over the phone, that kind of thing. So, but other than that, don't have a whole lot going on. Just trying to get as much done as I can so I can try to go on vacation next week. So, any questions or anything for me?
None
from me. Nope.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's see, Bill Gray, anywhere. As far as the extension office, I don't know, you guys might have got the email as well from Jane. The Purdue Extension has named the new education director for down there, and it's going to be Heather Caldwell will be the director of the extension office down there, starting January 1st. And let's see, I don't think Dave, he couldn't stay today either. Rickman, so I don't know if do we want to go ahead and go through this, do this deed, or vote to have it move forward, or we had a deed presented to us to transfer that property up in the industrial park of George Taylor's over to EDG so that it can be transferred over to Taylor's and put back on the tax rolls. I don't know if we want to vote on to approve that today or wait on Dan.
I thought he was gonna be here today to speak to that.
Well, I thought he was too. So,
We ought to be just about out of those properties up there by now.
Close.
yeah, I think we're getting closer. I can't tell you for sure how many is left, but I know we're a lot closer than we were 2 or 3 years ago of getting all those in private entities so that they can be put back on the tax rolls.
I have no objection to making the transfer, but if we do it, and he shows up here in 5 minutes.
Then let's just wait and we'll, till the end of the day
I
then
was just
on
in
that.
his office, and he was taking somebody into his office for an appointment, so he didn't say anything. I told him where I was coming, he didn't say anything about being here.
Okay.
I don't know if that's,
I haven't heard from him for several days, so I don't know.
Okay. Mail. I've got a letter here from IDEM in reference to Keener Corporation. It's just a usual letter. Them applying for their permits, I believe. Letter of information. Anybody wants to look at them? If not, we'll have Jane hang on to that. Does anybody else have any other mail? Old business? We'll move on to new business then. Tom, you're first on the list. I don't know
Okay,
whether you
thank
drew
you
the
for letting me
short
come
straw
here.
or the long straw.
It should be fairly quick, I hope. As you know, Everton Water obtained a grant for the water extension and putting an office on the treatment plant and putting in a new booster station tower. The State Board of Health requires a local construction permit for the septic system for the office that we're putting in at the treatment plant. Fayette County Health Department is requiring a $250 construction fee, and we're here to ask if you guys can waiver that fee.
But this is on the septic permit?
Yes, septic permit.
Not the building permit?
No. The building permit is required because of the size of the
Oh,
addition.
okay.
But This is owned by the Everton Water Corporation?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move to waive the fees associated with the Everton Water Treatment Plant's construction project.
I'll second it.
There's a motion made and seconded that we waive the permit fee for the septic permit for the Everton Water. Is there any other questions or comments for Tom? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. When do you, have you started any of the construction on that?
We just had the pre-construction meeting last week, and they're not gonna start till after the first of the year on the tower and the addition. The extension won't happen probably till the 1st of March. So,
Okay, great. All right, then we have Sherman with the harms reduction program.
Okay, so when we were here in August, we came to you asking permission to continue the harm reduction program. And you guys gave us permission to continue it for 2 more years. And at that time, we discussed having a business plan before we could reopen. So I emailed each of you a copy of our business plan. We've partnered with 6 other stakeholders, and I have listed each of their responsibilities that they will have with the new harm reduction program. And so I'm here today asking permission to reopen the program as of January 22nd.
I read the material you sent out by email, and sounds like you've got a much better plan going forward now than we had previously.
Thank you, Dale. I'm excited about it. I think that we also have renamed the program, so instead of it being called the Point of Hope, it's now going to be known as Fayette County Harm Reduction Alliance, because we do have so many different partners involved. The new location is at Meridian, just as we had discussed before, and come January, Meridian will have a new program there as well, so they'll have an outpatient services, so there'll be like an urgent care there. So in addition to having mental health and a healthcare provider, then they'll also be able to do they'll have a navigator, an insurance navigator there on the 2 days that we're requesting to be open to start out with. So they'll be able to link individuals to services, and we're just excited about the program moving forward. We feel like we'll be able to do more community educations and more in regards to harm reduction instead of just being a syringe exchange.
Okay, do you need us to approve your new organizational plan?
I have put before you an agreement that I need signed so that we can forward it to the State Department of Health, just granting us permission to go ahead and move forward. We don't need money from you, we just need your support, that's all.
Okay.
Sherman,
Yes?
there was only one thing that I had a question about.
Okay.
We had earlier, the commissioners had made a motion that, or had made it policy that our Narcan that come into the health department went to our emergency providers, service providers first.
Okay.
Is that still the plan here, or what was your intent with that this paragraph that?
There's different grants available. Are you saying that you guys want every dose of Narcan to go to emergency personnel?
Our concern was that our emergency personnel received ample amounts first,
Okay.
before they went out to just the general public, because we were having trouble, our public safety departments were having trouble financing Narcan.
Absolutely.
And so we had decided that we needed to take care of our public safety officers first in our departments, as long as there was Narcan coming into the health department.
Okay, so never would I want to take anything away from what they're receiving. Moving forward, I do believe that our partnership with the Greater Foundation of Indianapolis, they are able to help us connect with other services
Okay.
and not take away from what's being brought in now.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure there was not a misunderstanding of what our past practice was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, no, we'll use other resources
Okay.
other than what's being given to first responders. Then we'll find other resources.
Okay.
So that we can give it to participants. And there's so many programs.
All right, great.
And that way we can do community trainings as well.
Okay. Any other questions?
I guess not. Mark will be back here in just a second.
Mark, do you have any other questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve this plan.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
It's been a motion made and seconded that we approve the plan that has been presented to us for the needle exchange for this county. All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. Thank you.
You need a signed copy from us?
I do. Yes, please. Thank you.
Do you just need a copy or do you need an original as well? Thank you, Sherman,
Thank you very
for,
much.
for all that you put into this. I think it's going to be a much better plan than we've had in the past, so.
We're excited, and so we're looking forward to you guys coming up and serving in the program too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Herman. All right. Diana, with the tourism board?
I'm Diana Phillips. I'm here on behalf of the Tourism Board. I apologize for my voice. I'm the Vice President of the Tourism Board, and I'm here to ask for your participation in an advertising endeavor with East Central Livability Magazine. I gave you each a copy. And last year, Fayette County did a 3-page spread in the middle of the magazine for the bicentennial, basically, and mainly. We're not going to that extreme this year, where we have agreed to a full-page ad, which will appear in the first 5 or 6 pages of the magazine, not just a random placement, but in the Discover section. And we'll also have a presence in the Livability Indiana website, which that website gives things to do, places to see, gives information about Fayette County, best places to live, restaurants, attractions, and whatever. The full amount for this is $6,500 for that ad, which I might add is far less than what it was when we first started negotiating the price. It came down considerably. So we cannot accept donations to our board per state law or state statute. So we have to have it would have to be a participating or paid in as from the entities that are willing to participate. We've already received a commitment from the EDG, and I have about 6 or 7 other entities that I'm going to approach, but we would appreciate a participation from commissioners.
When you and I, when you and I talked last week about this,
Right.
You were looking for $500?
Yes, at least $500, yes.
Okay,
Anything above would be wonderful, but $500 is, yeah, we'd like to have. The lion's share of this will be paid by the tourism board. But where our budget is limited just to innkeeper's tax, and we need to keep as much of that as we can to support local festivals and local activities and whatever. But our part will be the lion's share. We appreciate anything you can do for us, help us with this. We have to keep blowing our horn. We have to keep advertising. We have, I will say, the festival guide, the Indiana Festival Guide is another publication, and we have arranged, we were too late to have an ad this year, but they are including us in their online. We'll have an online present the whole duration of 2020, at no charge, with a commitment for an ad in 2021. So we will have a bigger presence in that publication as well.
that won't come though until 2021, right?
The ad will not come until 2021, but we will have an online presence of events on their online web link all through 19, or all through 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we won't have to wait for everything until 21.
Yeah, I know the state festival guide, if I remember right, I think they publish somewhere around 500,000 of those things, and they go everywhere.
They are everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
They are everywhere.
Are these are the ones like you put at the rest stops on the interstate and
Yes.
stuff?
And the festival guides are too. Festival guides are also. We are actually, and it's my hope, and I've talked to a couple people, just it's kind of, because I haven't been on the board very long, but we're talking about getting together with the, like, Tourism Board, Discover Connersville, Historic Connersville, maybe Main Street and whatever, and come up with a cooperative brochure, so we don't have one brochure from one person and another one and another one, so we don't duplicate services, and we want to get those in the rest stops also.
Great, great idea.
Yeah, we have too much to offer here not to promote it.
Well, not only that, it's, everybody has their own page instead of
Absolutely.
making,
Need to cooperate and just to make
Yeah.
it all, beneficial to everyone. And that is what we're going to do in that ad. It won't be a single, try to put as much as we can to promote with a big portion to the museum, because I think that's our biggest draw right now. And there are, from that, we can get even more, but it'll be a multifaceted ad.
And this will be for the 2020
Yes,
copy of
Yes.
this. This is the East Central,
livability, yeah.
okay.
And we'll have a presence on their website too, in addition to the ad.
Okay. This outfit has a website also?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's, I can show you, I have what will be on it, things to do, real estate, business, schools, health, photos, and we need to make some corrections to these, but they aren't all, because last year there were pictures of Thomas the Train, commute types, there were the best places, best areas to live, their top employers, dining treasures, which have changed somewhat, but it is a presence on that. So it's livability as well as tourism. So it's multiple benefits.
okay.
Before you do anything, I'm just rereading the email from Stephanie Heath when tourism got audited. And her email says that the only dollars that should flow from the county to tourism are the dollars received from the hotel motels tax.
Yes,
But they will.
that's what she said.
Yeah, we can't do it. You can't give it to us. But you can participate. You
Okay.
can participate in it, and they
We
will
would
receive
pay
a check.
directly
You would
to-
pay directly to East Central
Okay.
Livability, yes. Yeah, that's correct. We can't.
Is that
Yeah, sure. Yes, no, that
Okay.
did.
Well, the donation you guys, you
No, it will not
gave us
be.
last
It
year for
will
the
not be to the
bicentennial had to be
tourism. It will
returned
be
because of that.
Right,
to
and that's,
the-
that's why I was looking, because I was like, no, wait a
To the
minute, can we
publisher.
do this? Okay, we
Right,
paid them directly.
right. Yes.
Which I think we could do out of that share of edit funds that we'd originally.
For
Yeah, like the county planning line
Yeah.
would
That
work.
line item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Economic.
I'm sorry, when I was
Oh, that's fine.
taking minutes, I probably missed you saying that.
That's
And I was
fine.
like, we can't give it to them.
Well, I'll make a motion that we participate in this tourism ad project to the tune of $500 on the county's behalf.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made and seconded that we participate with this magazine ad, full-page ad, sharing that cost of up to $500. Is that okay to add up to? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So then will you get me an invoice when the time comes?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
good? Thank you.
Will it be yet this year or next?
No, it'll probably be next year.
So, can we encumber?
Not if we don't have an invoice yet. For purchase order, we'd have to have something.
Okay. All right.
Have you contracted for that ad yet?
Just recently, yes.
Could I have a copy of that?
I can get you a copy.
Okay, because I think we could encumber using that.
Yeah.
And I
okay.
think, we don't have, it doesn't all have to be paid until April of 2020.
All right. Diana, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Everybody received a copy of the payroll schedule?
Yes. Did you see yours, Mark?
Yeah.
I'll move to approve the 2020 payroll schedule.
I'll second it.
Motion made and properly seconded that, for the approval of the 2020 payroll schedule. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. Anything else needs to come before us? Bill? I apologize, I skipped right over you.
I just got some things for the community crossing things for you
Yeah.
to sign.
Well, it just went right over my head.
That's right. We got the final change order for the project. We were about $60,000 under budget on it. And then the contractor's progress estimate, and then the certificate of substantial completion. So if y'all sign all these, I'll send them where they need to be.
Is there a motion to accept and sign?
I'll move to approve the
What
sign.
all did you say? You had final change order, certificate of substantial
I'll
completion,
second.
and
And, yeah, the contractors, what was it? What was that third one?
Here's the signature page.
Yeah, one of them.
Or both.
Contractors, project estimates,
okay.
yeah. Now, just every little segment broken down, what they done.
So,
And everything looked really well. Chad from BFS and I drove it all, and there's just maybe a couple minor spots that might need some gravel off the edge of the road, just a couple spots. One over by Woodside and one up across from Hearst where they have their cattle. Just, I mean, gravel's just a little low there, but as far as everything else, it looked really good.
okay.
But just, you know, on our end, we need to put a little more gravel on the edge. Couple spots, nothing major.
Did veterans have the reflectors before?
Yeah,
I couldn't remember
yeah.
whether.
The only reason they didn't do the bridge is because that's a different material. You can't paint it, so maybe next year I'll get that done through the bridge fund and change the reflectors and get that done, because when you come up there, and all of a sudden it's a little darker, you know, on the bridge itself,
yeah.
but the paint, you don't put the paint on there. It's another, more of a plastic material. So maybe I'll get that done next year out of the bridge fund, and that way it's totally It was too cold anyway to even get done. I think that has to be 50 degrees, and the other was only 40 for the paint, so
Yeah.
we couldn't have got it done anyway if we wanted to.
So now, the 60,000 under budget,
See, we send what, 45 back of the state's money, and
okay.
we save what, the 15 out of ours, something like that.
Okay. Now, did it pay for the gravel for the berms?
Oh, I don't know if that was in there. I don't think so. I don't think it does.
No, we got it.
That's
We
theirs.
took that out on gravel fund.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because that's not in there.
So we'll actually be sending back
45,000, around 45,000, I think, wasn't Jay? Something like that.
$45,000 of the grant award.
Yeah, the state's money. And then
Okay.
we won't pay 15,000 out of ours. Our share.
It'd be nice if they just add that amount to the next cycle.
For the next cycle.
Go ahead and finish up here.
Maybe we should have went a little farther. Another 5 or 10 feet.
Yeah, there you
of
go.
Pavement for 60,000. All right. All right, is there a motion to
You've got a
sign?
motion and a second to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. All right, this,
Need all 3 copies signed?
just one signature on this one?
That's what it shows, where the other 2 has all 3 of you. It looks like it's only got the one spot, unless you want to sign below him. It's up to you. Then it only has the one slot.
You want all 3 copies signed?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do all 3.
Is one of these mine? One of the 3?
Pardon me?
Is one of the 3 copies for me?
No, well, I can get you copies of all of them, but I've got to send them in first, or email them. So, but yeah, I can get you copies of all 3 of them if you want for your file.
Yeah, please, if you could have a copy.
There's that one done.
Jay, was you very happy with Globe?
Yeah. They did a good job.
I talked to one property owner, that just so happened he called me about it. He really bragged on the contractor and the workable company that they were. They were very, worked around his schedule because he had to get across Panville Road for milking and whatnot, and they were very accommodating for him, and he really bragged on.
I think they were
The
like that
company.
everywhere they went.
Yeah,
They
heard
did
nothing
a
but
good
good
job.
things, yeah.
Walkers and everybody.
So that made me feel a lot better because I was really concerned seeing that we had never used Globe and they'd never been in this area, so.
It would have been a whole lot better if they'd have finished the job before they went off to the other. Instead of leaving that last section go.
Oh,
They could have got the caught in that wet, cold weather
yes,
for the striping and everything.
yeah,
But they did a good job.
yeah. Yeah, it would have been nicer if they'd gotten started a little earlier. 2 weeks earlier, even, I mean. would've-
Yep, that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Bill, and I apologize. Anything else? We talked about or I brought up the contract with Snyder Corporation. It's for $4,200 in our claims today. I think it'd be a good idea until we get a better handle on what.
Do we need to table it?
I think we can pay all claims minus that,
Exception, yes.
with the exception of that one.
I'll make a motion to that effect.
Okay, I'll second the motion. And hopefully, can we get that straightened out by the end of the year?
I hope so. As soon as we get response back from our department heads
Yeah.
and see what contract we're actually using.
if need be, we can come in.
A special meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Jay may have an issue anyway as well, that he'll need addressed before the first of the year also, so.
Well, everybody that uses them needs to be on the same page if we can get them there.
Yeah,
But I,
if we can get away from having two GIS contracts, that would be a savings, of course. So, is there a second? Did you?
I second.
Okay, I couldn't remember, sorry, Dan. All in favor of signing payroll and claims excluding the Snyder contract?
Aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. All right, we'll start things down. Now, does Terry need to change this, or,
Should-
but just go ahead and sign this
yeah.
one?
I would like mark out the one that you motion not to pay and then initial it. I don't know which one it's on, sorry.
Just draw a line through it.
Yes. Yes.
was hoping, I was thinking he did.
Is that it?
We want to move on that yet, or go ahead and do it, or
I think they were hoping to be able to get it done before the first of the year.
they did make the request?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go ahead and
Yeah.
transfer that deed,
Get rid of it.
Taylor?
Sir? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll go ahead and move to approve the transfer of deed for Taylor Building Supply to the EDG.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made and seconded that we approve the deed transfer for the George Taylor property up in the industrial park to the EDG so that it can be then transferred to George himself or his company. Is there any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. And then I asked Jane to print off a copy of the appointments that we're responsible for after the first of the year, so you can look over those and hopefully we can be ready for our first meeting to get most of them taken care of. I don't know that there's a lot of them that expire other than us.
Yeah, no, as far as we're concerned, what we're actually doing, just about all of them are 1-year appointments. I did notice a discrepancy or two in some of the others, but I think we'll check the records and make sure that all those are accurate.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else?
I'll move to adjourn.
Motion made
I'll second.
and seconded for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
3 ayes.